We are back for my favorite day of the week. If y'all know Bugatti, y'all know Monday is my favorite day of the week. Let's get this camera straight. That's about right. Trump, our soldiers will never give up and never quit. Oh boy. Woo! My favorite day. And you guys know what time it is, right? Our bottom line. Time to get it in. Let's go. I'll be in the comments for a second, but let's see what this dude is talking about, right? Because you know, he's always a little late. We gave you enough time, so bling, bling, bling. Anytime you want to bling, 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 you can chime in with your bling, bling, bling. One more time. And that's right. Let's wake up those pores and do 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 do. Ain't nobody do 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 love me better. Do 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 make me happy. Ooh, make me feel this way. Ain't nobody but my co-host love me better and better. Make me happy. Why? Because it's bump that beat. Monday the 16th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that, and we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. Just got me pissed. Yes, you guys. Woo, it's your boy Bugatti NYC. Another episode of our bottom line. Welcome to the show, 6 o'clock in the morning. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me again this Monday morning, I appreciate you. Everybody, make sure y'all let me know where you're chiming in from. I love to pool information from your city, town, or state to make sure that we're giving it up. Oh yeah, to the right people, right places, right countries, right states. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. It's Monday. They ain't got no excuse not to pick up the phone. They have to. Who we got up in the building? We got Jeffrey, good morning from Missouri. We got Batty Lynn, good morning from Detroit. Kendra Walker, Grand Rising from BA. Liberty and Justice, good morning, Bugatti. Massachusetts here, happy Monday. We got Tiffany up in the building from Greensboro, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, already. We got Everyday Media, my brother. How you doing, Everyday Media? I love your energy too. Kendra Walker, happy belated Father's Day to everybody. That's right. We're giving out that love, everybody. Happy belated Father's Day. Okay, I was wondering if you were interested in promotion. Everyday Media, yes, I'm interested in something like that, but I'm not going to be the one spending the money. I already do that. I'm a marketing executive, been doing it for a bunch of years. But if you got something that you're probably trying to look for, you might want to look up www.medusausa.net, the parent company that does all of the marketing here. Also, good morning from Syracuse, from Natalie Georgievich. We got Kendra Walker up in the building. Okay, not sure if you have children, but inconsiderate. That's right. Thank you so much. Whatever we got. Monday. That's right. Thanks God it's Monday. Y'all, you already know what I'm ready to do, right? I got a full clip. I got to get to work. I'm not even going to ask for any likes because I want to get to work and I want to earn it. So now y'all know what it's time to do. Without any further ado, let's get into these titles. What we got here on the board this morning, first of all, we have Trump. Our soldiers will never give up, never quit. We've got that from part of a speech that he was giving at the 250th anniversary of our soldiers. And you know, we always love to give it up over here to our active, our unactive, our retired, all of our veterans. We love to give it up, and we salute our flag with so much respect over here. So yes, today I said yes Today, we're going to be giving it up to our soldiers. If you guys like that, that's right. The people that protect us and the people that keep us safe and sound. That's right. We're going to keep on moving forward. We got Billionaire targeted for funding campus anti-ICE projects. That's right. I said a billionaire is targeted for funding campus anti-ICE protests. That means that all of the people that were being funded, giving certain things like gas masks and things like that, they've been investigating to find out who the actual sources of these items came from, because they were looking. The government said there has to be someone that's funding these people and someone that's behind it. Guess what? They actually found someone that was actually funding this situation. We have the clip. We're going to get into it. Last but not least, what else do we have? We have the Minnesota pow-powing manhunt underway for the suspect, Vance Luther Bowler. Guess what? Since yesterday, he has been captured. We have the breaking video, and we're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, because I want you guys to see that video. And last but not least, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. If it's Monday where you're at and you guys are getting up, have a good one. Be comfortable. Remember that problems present opportunities, and don't never let them see you sweat, baby. It's Monday. It's time to get to it. It's time to get to work. Be your best today. Be your best. That's right. We got some breaking news right now. I want to take you guys straight to President Trump as he was speaking at the military parade. You guys know how I do. I always pick a clip, a part of something, if I feel that it's going to be good information for us. We're going to stack 5 videos because we have a lot in the clip. Then I'll come to the comments that are right there because I can see your comments clearly now. The rain is gone. There's no blockage on the comments anymore. I can see what everybody's saying and we can get to it. So let's go without any further ado, you guys. We're going to listen to part of the speech and let's get it.
It's done so well, it's done so much, and sent the devil himself flying into full retreat. Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete. Because our soldiers never give up, never surrender, and never, ever quit. They fight, 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 and they win, win, win. And that's why no institution in history has entered more names into the roster of American heroes than the U.S. Army, the Congressional Medal of Honor, more than anyone or anything. There was Mad Anthony Wayne, asked by George Washington to lead a daring midnight raid up the cliffs of Stony Point with unloaded muskets and only their bayonets to fight the redcoats. Mad Anthony replied, "Issue the order, sir, and I will storm into hell for you." Then there was the Civil War general, John Corse, shot in the face in combat. He fired off a message to his commander: "I am short a cheekbone and one ear, but I am able to whip the hell out of all of them." He stayed on the front lines, it seemed forever. In World War II, there was the great Clayton Abrams, besieged on all sides by the Nazis at the Battle of the Bulge. He boldly proclaimed, "They've got us surrounded again, the poor bastards." This is the fighting spirit and unyielding force of the U.S. Army. It has never changed, and it will never, ever change, because there is no earthly force more powerful than the brave heart of a U.S. infantryman.
It is so hard for me to stop that speech. The reason not because it's coming from him, because of the way that I feel about the soldiers and our armed forces and the way that we have so much love and respect to them. So yes, that was your guys' day. It was your day. It should get even more. It should get a month. Instead of giving Black History Month, give the soldiers an entire month of the year. How about we do something like that? Salute and respect to everybody who served for us and mad love for everybody who lost their lives. We thank you guys for all that you have done. Thank you so much. Now we got this. We mix the stories up over here. We go from here to there. That's right, because we got one person that's critically injured in SLC. There was a protest march after a powing yesterday. Want you guys to see that. Check that out. We're gonna see what's going on with that and keep on moving forward. You guys probably see the event that we have coming up in the background here. I will be announcing where that's going to be at. As you guys can also see, we have a new setup here, so we're doing real good now. So let's keep it moving forward, y'all. Let's keep on going. Let's keep moving forward. All right, let's go. You know I like to cue things up, so here we go.
All right, Spencer, so the either victim or suspect has been taken away by ambulance, and from the looks of things, from the video that we've been showing you here in our audience, the whoever that person was did not appear to be seriously injured, but as we zoom in on the area where he was taken into custody, and now the police tape is up, police have cordoned off this area. They're standing on line to keep anyone out.
This is Salt Lake City, Utah, you guys, where there was a huge protest going on where somebody took out a GUN and pow, and this is the aftermath.
As they start to investigate what appears to have been a shooting at the rally, at the demonstration in downtown Salt Lake. Salt Lake police were estimating, and as Spencer said, that there were at least 10,000 people taking part in this demonstration. And of course, this was not the only demonstration that took place in Utah today. There was one in St. George that had hundreds of people. There was one in Provo that had thousands. There was one in Ogden that had thousands. And of course, we're going to continue to put those stories together for you for Fox 13 News at 9. But Spencer, as we come back to you now, I would imagine that's it for this demonstration. The police will disperse all of the crowds, and tell me what you know, tell me what you can see.
So as of now, police are asking people to kind of leave this area. These officers that are lining up here haven't formally asked anyone who's kind of standing around us. But, you know, you could see as we shoot down 100 South, a lot of individuals are leaving this area. I've overheard several conversations with people calling their loved ones saying, hey, I just want to let you know this happened. I am safe. So a lot of people are really, some people are shaken up by what's happened. Again, we don't know all the facts here, but what we do know is this caused quite a commotion among this protest.
Let's get over to the sole survivor of the Air India flight, because he's basically speaking about exactly what happened when he was on the flight, the way that the power broke down on the plane, and actually he was describing the actual impact. He said that they hit a building as the plane was trying to descend. I want you guys to check this out. He's the only sole survivor from this entire Air India dream cruiser flight. This is a pretty horrific story, but he lived to tell it and couldn't believe that he was the only one to get out.
मेरे नज़रों के सब सामने हुआ था. मेरे खुद को भी बिलीव नहीं होता कि मैं कैसे उसमें से जिंदा
Everything happened in front of my eyes. I do not know how I survived.
बाहर निकला. क्योंकि
For some time I thought I was also gonna die.
दम लेके तो मेरे को लगा था कि मैं भी मरने वाला हूँ. लेकिन जब मेरी आँख खुल गई मैं देखा ना तो मुझे लगा मैं
So when he
जिंदा हूँ.
opened his eyes, he realized he was alive and tried to unbuckle myself from the seat and escape where I could. It was in front of my eyes that the air hostesses and the others were gone. She said died. Can you tell us what happened? How did this happen suddenly? After the takeoff, within a minute, it felt like the plane came to a standstill in the air for 5 to 10 seconds. The green and white lights turned on in the flight. I could feel the engine thrust increasing to go up, but it crashed with speed into the building. Did you get out of the plane when it crashed at the hostel? ? The side of the plane I was on, it landed on the ground floor of the hostel. Wow. I don't know about the other parts of the plane. So yeah, that's what happened here with this situation. It hit a building, and I landed. Well, he said where he landed was on the ground. He could see there was a space outside the aircraft. So when the door broke, so when my door broke, I tried to escape through a little space. Wow, look at that! It's in the building, and I did. On the opposite side of the plane was the building wall, so nobody could have escaped. The plane crashed there. Did you walk it off? When the fire broke out, my left hand got burnt. Then the ambulance brought me here to the hospital. So yeah, how was your treatment going? How are you feeling? I am getting good treatment. The staff is supportive. They're treating me well. That is crazy. The only sole survivor on a flight of over 244 people, and he's the only one to be able to walk out of something like that. That's a devastating situation like that, guys. Do me a favor, double tap that screen if you appreciate the content. We have to keep on moving forward because we have somebody here that is a complete good thing that he got arrested because of what he did to this 13-year-old. He deserves to be arrested. We have an illegal immigrant here who's been accused of the R word of a 13-year-old boy during a game of hide and seek. Check this out, you guys. Check this out.
Hide and seek with a friend near his home in Charlotte County. Immigrant is accused of raping a 13-year-old boy who was playing hide and seek with a friend near his home in Charlotte County. Gulf Coast News reporter Madison Adams spoke with neighbors who say they heard the boy screaming in the woods and thought the kids were just playing.
Carmona is locked up in the Charlotte County Jail while deputies, the state attorney's office, and Border Patrol work together to throw the book at him. As of right now, he's charged with lewd and lascivious battery on a 12 to 16-year-old.
People often question why myself and my fellow sheriffs in the state of Florida are working with our federal partners to round individuals like this up to get them the hell out of here. This is why.
That individual, Charlotte County Sheriff Bill Prummel is talking about, is 20-year-old Samuel Cobos Carmona.
Those sanctuary cities and states that are putting these individuals' safety in front of the safety and security of our citizens and our children, they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
The sheriff's office says Cobos Carmona joined a game of hide and seek with a 13-year-old boy and his little brother in their own backyard. Deputies say while the child was hiding in the bushes, Carmona attacked him, raping the child as he fought back, screaming until Carmona held him down and covered his mouth to silence him.
The other night I did hear something. On the side of the woods, but I didn't think anything of it.
The 13-year-old boy involved said that this happened on April 13th. The child was too afraid to tell anyone what happened until Easter. Deputies arrested Carmona while he was mowing a lawn on Pennell Street Monday. The sheriff's office says Carmona is an undocumented immigrant who was sent back to Mexico in 2022 but has since returned. Reporting in Port Charlotte, Madison Adams, Gulf Coast.
Yo, that's crazy right there. Hope you got, we need to really be more diligent and vigilant about the people that we have around. What is that boy doing out there? Make sure that you know where your children are at all times. No, I'm not blaming the parents at all, because why can't that child probably hang out in his neighborhood, walk through the woods or whatever like that in safety? What we really need to do is get the illegal criminals out of here that should not be here. You guys don't believe me, don't understand what I'm trying to say, and you're not with that? No problem. We can agree to disagree, because I'm not with that at all. I don't think it's right. Meanwhile, he's mowing the lawn looking like he's a hard-working person doing that, and he done did something like that to a 13-year-old. They need to give him exactly what he deserves when he goes to prison. How about that? Because he looked like the kind of guy that Big Buster likes. Put him in the cell with Big Buster, and now we reverse the role and put him in there, right? How about that? Let him get that type of torture for the rest of his days. Call me what you want, but that's how I feel about that situation. It really grinds my gears when I see something like that. We got these sirens that blare as Israel's race to shelter amid the Iranian attacks. As you guys know, the other day, Israel launched a drone attack against Iran. Now they have fought back. It's going back and forth, you guys. They're really trying to make sure that Iran does not accomplish their goal of having weapons of mass destruction. I want you guys to check this clip out. We got more in the clip. I've got a gang more coming up, you guys. That was pretty serious. So yes, you know your boy gets serious when certain situations like that get serious. But I can't wait for him to get locked up. They're going to have him in the cell, and he going to be the one that's going to be getting served up nice and plenty. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Let's go.
Let's get to our top story. The IDF confirms new strikes in Tehran this morning.
As Israeli crews are searching for survivors in the rubble after deadly Iranian missiles killed 10 people and injure hundreds others.
Alex Hogan is live on the ground near Tel Aviv with the very latest. Alex, good morning.
Good morning. We're getting some breaking news right now. An alert has gone out to the entire country here in Israel, telling people they need to get close to a shelter. If sirens do go off, we're going to move into one of these buildings and take shelter, as there is the belief that there is likely an incoming attack. This is after we have seen widespread devastation in this neighborhood. This is Bat Yam in the outskirts of Tel Aviv, where one building behind me, a residential building, a large apartment building, was the scene of a direct hit. But as a result, all of the surrounding homes, all of the surrounding residential and apartment buildings have been completely destroyed, with the windows broken, the doors mangled, the roofs either partially or fully blown off as a result of this direct hit. This was the scene overnight of some of these impacts that we saw of Iranian missiles, some of which were able to breach Israel's air defense systems and create direct hits like this. We are now also learning of the increased number of dead. As many as 11 people have died in overnight strikes. That's because I'll show you this footage here, some of the drone footage of the area of where I'm standing. Search and rescue teams have been going through the area, combing through the rubble, and have just uncovered another body, another grim part of the news of the dead that we have learned of in recent days. Children are among the dead here in Israel. And we talked with the international spokesperson of the police, who says they had to use drones, canines, to comb through this area and search for survivors. Take a listen. What happens next? What happens tonight? Are you preparing to see, unfortunately, attacks and scenes just like this tomorrow morning again?
Well, I can't see the future, but I can tell you that the Israel police is prepared in the event that another barrage of rockets targets our civilian communities. Like I told you, we're on high alert, but we've also recruited 7 battalions, reserve battalions of our border police to help reinforce our units that are on the ground so that we can be in all areas of Israel. And if there's a rocket strike, missile strike to a certain residential community, we can get there as fast as possible. Time is of the essence when it comes to these things. We want to get people medically evacuated as fast as possible, provide service to anybody that may be trapped, and that's what we're going to continue doing.
Okay, guys, you see what's going on. It's back and forth. It's forth and back. We got all sorts of negative situations going on. We got a lot in the comments. We got trolls. We like the trolls. We done got a lot of them out of here. So we're going to scroll up now, and we're going to get to the new people that we need to get out of here. Batty, that person's gone. I see another person that y'all saying that need to get up out of here. We working on that. They think that we're not paying attention. But what we do, we got to keep on moving forward, because that's their intention, thinking that we're not paying attention to not keep the show going and doing what we got to do. Y'all already know I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. So I don't care about your little comments or whatever like that. As a matter of fact, do me a favor, say something sexy right now so I can see you. Stick your head out the hole, rabbit, bang, so I can get you up out of here. That's what I really want to do. I'm trying to draw you out. So come on with it. Where you at? Where you at? Being anti-war is trolling. I ain't say nothing about war. I hate people like that. WTF. It was retaliation, not defense. I didn't say anything about what it was. I said they're going back and forth. Thank you. I'm real like TDS. Sticks to you. Okay, Jonathan, that's right. You kind of look like Ray Lewis. People say that. David T. Donald Trump is a Big Mac orange. You can say that, no problem. What else we got? At least read. I'm reading right now. God bless you. No, God bless you. And good morning to you, Emmy. Jacob says, this man gets his feelings hurt and kicks people out. Okay, Jacob, thank you so much. You're not sticking on point. And I like when people do stuff like that, because all you're going to be doing is analyzing me all day, and I'm not here to be analyzed. So let's get Jacob up out of here. Thank you for sticking your head up out of the hole, because you're not supporting or doing anything. I'm sure that you haven't even double tapped that screen and hit that like button, because that's what we need people to do, to let them know that we're over here. We start pooling at 3, we get it going by 6, and we keep on moving. That's right, y'all. Trump doesn't care about any of our founders, says Mark. You know who I'm talking about, right? When the Hulk gets angry, I want you guys to see what Mr. What's his name? Mr. Ruffalo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I hope he doesn't come out the screen like raw, like the Incredible Hulk, who used to be my favorite animated superhero. But let's see what Mr. Ruffalo has to say, because he's pretty peed off about what's going on in this New York City protest. And yes, we give every side, all sides, their time on the floor. So yes, we're going to be fair and let everybody speak and see what's going on here. We're going to go to a No Kings protest that we had going on in New York, where we're speaking to none other than who I just said, Mr. Mark Ruffalo here. Check this out. We're going to cue that up to about right there, and we going. Let's go.
But Stephanie, I want to introduce you to one person who's here with us and is speaking out today, Mark Ruffalo. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you for having me.
So why does this matter? Why are people out here getting soaked in the rain to send a message?
Because we see our democracy is in real trouble. We see a president who has made himself a king and dictator, and we don't see an opposition that's powerful enough to stand up against the trampling of our rights and the trampling of the Constitution that's happening every single day, with executive orders, with the refusal to obey court orders, kidnapping of immigrants, people who are here legally, people who their children are being taken from them. We're disgusted and we're scared. And we know that the only way to fight this now is for the people, is to come together.
Do you think what we've seen out of Los Angeles and all the workplace raids we've seen in recent days, do you think that's changed something in people? You've been doing this work for a long time,
yes.
But I've met a lot of people today who have never done this before.
The blessing of these kinds of moments for any group of people is that it opens your eyes. It forces you out of your comfort zone. It makes you appreciate the things that we have, that we cherish, that we love. And those things are each other. Those things are our communities. Those things are the people that make this incredible experiment in democracy work.
One thing I do want to say about this protest is that it was peaceful. No one got arrested here in New York, as you guys can see, right? You thought probably something would go down crazy in New York, right? I have to say that's commendable, and people should take that as a focal point and try to use that as a point instead of what you guys saw in the LA riots. You guys are going to get me for that, but you know what? So what? You can't please everybody. Also, as far as him being a phenomenal actor, I saw that comment. I think he is as well. I don't have any negative things to say about his views, because you know why? We made this platform for everyone to speak their views and be able to say what they want to say, which is what they're actually doing here, which is a good demonstration. So just because you don't agree with what people are saying does not mean that they don't have a point that they should be heard about. And doesn't mean that you shouldn't respect them, because I guarantee if you want somebody to listen to you, you would ask for those same things as well. We keep it funky over here. We keep a very clear and clean playing field over here, so everybody can say their viewpoints. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not an independent. I'm a human being who wanted to make a platform for everybody to be able to speak on. Look at clips. Yes, you can do this on your own, but you don't have the community where you guys can actually speak and say what you like, and then everybody can actually have somewhere to talk and have a common ground. That's like a debate. Out of debates come communication. Out of communication comes opportunities to make things happen. Bottom line, our bottom line. Boy, Bugatti NYC, y'all appreciate us. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. Come on.
That's what we get to earn from these terrible times. Trump is trying to take our freedoms away, so we have to be reminded of what those freedoms actually are.
What do you think it's going to be like for people to experience this parade in D.C. tonight? What message is it sending to Americans to see their military used in this way?
It's a message that this president does not care about any of our founding fathers' principles. One of the reasons we separated the military from the executive branch was because we were leaving countries where dictators were using the military against the people. We're seeing it already happening in California. It is sending a message to the American people that the Constitution means nothing, and it's...
All right, he said it's happening in California. They're actually using horses now. They're not playing. They got the horses out there talking about my horse and carriage is for hire, senorita. Y'all remember that from Delirious? We're gonna ride. Yeah, I know how. Yeah, I can go into character anytime, y'all. Come on, let me go. I want you guys to see what's going on now. The way that they're combating and pushing back against protesters. We're going to Los Angeles as the police are using tear gas, horses, and everything to clear the areas. Now, watch this.
Come on, leave the area, move! Leave the area!
I got to start that from the beginning because he literally put his foot in homeboy's chest and used the force of the horse to push him down on the ground. Check this out.
Come on, leave the area, move! Leave the area!
Leave the area, man. What do you guys think about this? I'm showing it because I want to know what you guys think about it in the comments. Actual real footage of what's going on. I want to know. They're reloading, clapping off, and everything. Y'all see tear gas? Look, everything that they said. Horses, tear gas. And it seemed like their own people getting caught up in it. That's why they got the masks on, I guess. Yeah. Just fell right there. And they're using rubber pow-pows against people too. Got another little close-up over here of another situation where this man came really close to getting hit by this horse. He was an elderly guy. I don't know why he was doing this because, yes, you probably don't like what's going on, but there's no way you're going to be able to fight a horse. Like, I would never be, I ride horses, and I would never be that close to the leg of a horse, especially while they're moving and walking. The force is too strong. Like, look at this. Like, footage shows tear gas engulfing demonstrators. And you guys do me a favor. I don't know if you understand this, but I'm here showing you this information. Y'all in the comments getting mad at me for situations like this going on. I am not a senator. I am not in politics. I am showing you what's going on. Stop getting mad at the messenger. Stop that. That's why when y'all say stuff to me like, oh, why you playing MSNBC? Why you playing Fox? Why you playing this? You know why I play all of those channels? So let's get to that since you guys don't understand. And big shout out to Zip with the Drip for anybody that says, let's get to that. Let me make you guys understand why we play all platforms. Because you can't pow the rabbit until they stick their head out, right or wrong? So instead of you guys saying, don't watch this, don't watch that, Don't watch Fox. Don't watch MSNBC. You think I like these platforms? No. But I don't know what's going on until I listen and hear what they're saying. And then I take that information and go see if it's good information or if it's real. And then I, as a human being and as an adult, make my own assessments. The same way that you do every morning when you wake up and you say, you know what, I gotta brush my teeth. I gotta wash my funky ass before I go to work. Same thing. So stop worrying about the network and think about what they're saying and see if it's the truth and then make your own adult assessment. That's right. That's how we do it over here. You think like I like these platforms? No, Jonathan said. Shout out to Zip. That's right. Shout out to Zip. How about just get the way, whatever, get the military. He said, Pat said, how about just get out the way and let the military get involved? And we're going to get Franco that says, who's this clown? We're going to get him up out of here. Daddy brushes his teeth. What else? What's your whatever? Stay with this. Zip with the drip. He got pounded out by Peanut. For real, y'all got to tell me about that. Does the cross-reference information these days? Okay, critical thinking. That's right, critical thinking. That's what it's called. It's called critical thinking. Thank you so much, you guys. And if y'all appreciate the content, double tap that screen to get those likes up because we got to go over to Minnesota because you got your boy Tim Walz who says that the U.S. is under an authoritarianism as long as it's going to be under Donald Trump. See, we play all sides over here. So y'all don't got to beat me up. We're going to watch Tim Walz right now, you guys. Come on. Let's go watch some Tim Walz over here and all the people that's going to leave because Tim is talking. I can't say that I'm mad at you, but I hope you guys come back because we got more that's going on after this.
Of supervising the high school lunchroom. And this one, though, I'm telling you, we have to buckle up a bit. But look, I'm seeing it across the country. People are buckling up. And leaders, seeing Governor Newsom stand up is really, I think, hopeful.
And you have experience in the National Guard, a unique set of experiences. And I guess I just ask you, what do you think of the National Guard being deployed and then Marines being deployed in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I don't have expertise in a lot of places. I said, this is one I actually do just by life experiences. I spent 24 years doing this. I, as an enlisted soldier, was deployed. The National Guard has dual roles, their state role, and then they have the federal role. The governors are in charge of you when they put you into Title 32 status, and I have been mobilized for that for flood duties, tornado cleanup, security issues, and then have been mobilized under Title 10 to do missions overseas, which is a normal process in this. But I also had an experience when I was in Congress. I served on the Armed Services Committee, and I was concerned during the first wars in Iraq and Afghanistan that the National Guard was being just called up and used, however, with very little coordination of the state. When you take a National Guard unit, that means they're not there for the things that you would use them for at home. So you need to think about it and coordinate it. And
okay, Tim, that's it. You must have used the tampon when you was in the military working on all that water and stuff too. So yeah, I know why they call you tampon Tim. I can't take any more of that. Not even gonna BS you guys, and I know you can't either. So we're gonna keep on moving forward to Clayton County, where we got this Thuntadont. That's right. The correct spelling of Thuntadont is Thuntha, D-U-N-T. Anytime you hear somebody say da-dun, da-dun, they don't know what they're talking about, and they're spelling it wrong. So it's Thuntha. Now the D's come. D-U-N-T. So we're going to go over to this Clayton County Thuntadont jail employee who was arrested for smuggling things into who else? Inmate cells, iPhones and stuff like that. I don't know what type of money they get for doing stupid things like this, but I'll tell you one thing she got. Watch your head. She got locked up and they ain't gonna let her out for helping inmates get communications and all types of what they call that paraphernalia that they're not supposed to have. So come on, anybody from Clayton County, anybody know what I'm talking about? Step to the front of the stage. I want you guys to see what this Thuntadont decided to do with her career and her job.
County jail officials have arrested one of their own and charged her with trying to sneak contraband into the jail.
A security specialist and the inmate who was supposed to receive the cell phone charger have both been charged. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from the Clayton County Jail with more on this hair-raising story. Angelique?
Good afternoon to you both. Well, this security specialist was hired to help keep the 1,800 inmates here at the Clayton County Jail in check. But in the end, the major says it was the security specialist who broke the law.
There was multiple conversations between Ms. Williams and Mr. Martin, and specifically about this incident.
Clayton County Major Michael Johnson says security specialist LaPortia Williams was caught on videotape dropping a cell phone charger which was concealed in a cereal bar box in the trash can. The major says the 38-year-old jail employee was providing the charger to her high school sweetheart, inmate Rodriguez Gonzalez Martin.
She's seen on video bringing a box in to a specific housing unit, dropping it in a trash can, and then leaving.
Major Johnson says suspect Williams was hired as a security specialist back in March. In that position, she works the towers and should not have contact with inmates.
It's very concerning because we are in the care and custody of 1,800 plus inmates, and to think that they'll do something at this level to where they're bringing in contraband and or harming in any other way.
The major says case evidence includes a voice recording between Williams and Martin.
I'm going to get it for you. I would have it for you. You know how you come out here? Anytime you eat out of this on the trash, man, I got somebody to get it.
Williams is facing 3 felonies for the illegal drop. Inmate Martin is charged too.
Well, what do you want me to do? Well, anytime you need to give me something, all you got to do is throw it in the trash, and I have somebody get it for me, okay? And her thunting behind went over there and did that. I guess she's like, ain't gonna get no loving nowhere else. Not no man like that. You know how certain women are. They get really get smitten with certain men, you know, and she does look rough about the face. I gotta tell you, Aunt Esther. Ooh, you big dummy. Yeah, she look a little bit Aunt Esther-ish. I can't even lie, boy. She ain't really getting that much pics. So she probably got to take what she can get. So she said, you know what? Let me go for the gusto, and maybe I can help him, and maybe he'll help me out with some loving that I ain't getting at home. I don't know what the reason was, but guess what she did get? Already told you guys, but we're going to do it again. Watch your head. And now she's looking like a thunter. You guys probably wonder why I do the bounce. Because, you know, when you're on the way to the courthouse, you know, it gets a little rough, and then your hands are behind your back, and then you're thinking about all the stupid stuff that you did, you shouldn't have did. So, yeah. That's what LaPortia is going to be doing. Must be kin a little bit. Maybe her cousin is probably Joaquin, you guys. So, yeah, we're going to keep on moving forward because now we got to go to Louisiana because we got this fight that was caught on video with these teens that were fighting. And it's like, you can't have a fair one anymore. Remember the fair one, y'all, in our day? Boop, 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 boop. You have a fight, you lose, you go work out a little bit. I'm going to get him. Oh, I'm going to get him next week. I can't wait till and then you go fight again. No, not these kids these days. Once they lose, pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, that's right. Give me your thing and it's going down. I can't, if I don't want to lose, they ain't even giving themselves a chance to get in the ring or learn how to fight or nothing like that. How dare you put your hands on me? Are you crazy? Yeah, that's the new sentiment nowadays. So OGs and people that's used to fighting, y'all got to be careful because y'all going to go like this. And next thing you know, they're going to go like this. They're going to say, hey, don't bring a fist fight to a pow, pow fight. We're going to go over to Louisiana right now because this was a bad decision that this kid made. And now both of their lives are, I got to say, ruined for both of them. Check this out, you guys. Louisiana, step to the front of the congregation, please. Check this out as this fight causes a terrible situation to go down. Here we go.
St. John Parish crime cameras captured the moments before a fight on 3rd Street in Reserve got deadly.
The blue pants is going to be the deceased victim, Tyleek. He's losing.
Police say 18-year-old Jaden Williams shot and killed 17-year-old Tyleek Jackson Thursday night around 8 p.m. Sheriff Mike Trigg says the crime started as an altercation over a girl, but quickly escalated.
So Jaden loses his shirt and he's running. Now, the victim in the blue warm-ups, I guess, he's getting himself prepared to fight more.
The video shows the suspect on top of the victim.
He goes inside of an apartment behind Jaden. The tree covers the actual murder.
Investigators say Williams then asked 17-year-old Damon Brown for his gun, fired it at Jackson multiple times, and took off. Less than 24 hours later, Williams turned himself in to authorities in Jefferson Parish and was booked on a second-degree murder charge. Brown is booked on principal to second-degree murder and obstruction of justice. And Sheriff Mike Treg says teens solving their problems with guns is part of a troubling trend.
There's an ugly trend lately of young people, teenagers committing homicides.
I got the switch. Drill. You know what drill mean? And I'm snitching. Yeah, drill music is, that's the sound that the GUN makes. So they said, you know, we're going to call it drill. And that's where drill rap came from. And that's why they always be like, down. Give me the Eddie. I'm hunting them down. Bow. Bow. Ow. Yeah. Do it like that now. Yeah, all of that, that's all they're talking about is drill. Why you think I'm so terrible at it? Because I'm a real rapper. I can't do that nonsense. Even the drill rappers be like, yo, how you get so much play? How you do this? You know why? You stay original, you be yourself, and stop trying to be with a wave. You know what happens when you ride the wave? When the wave dies down, so does your career. How about that? Stop following waves and be yourself, be original. Came in a man out hustling. Ain't nothing, everything I know the same. I'm using 50 Cent as a perfect example. The man's career is spanned over tons of years. Boom, all of a sudden he comes out with, I'm the man, and everybody loves it. You know why? Because he stayed true to himself and his own artistry. Stop bouncing around and trying to be like other people, because again, like I said, you're gonna end when the wave is over. Same thing, that's how trends are. Keep on moving and let's get the rest of this, y'all.
I can think of 3 in St. John within the last couple of years.
Sheriff Treg says he doesn't have a solution yet, but is asking parents to step in.
Step in? How about it's supposed to be you first? We ain't even supposed to be dealing with your children. All we supposed to be doing is knowing about great things that's going on. If I'm a police officer, I should not know your kid unless he's a famous high school basketball player or college player. I shouldn't know your kid if I'm no police officer. What are they talking about? Come on, y'all. Common sense ain't too common. We got to keep on moving forward. Oh, my God, we got to keep moving forward. Because we got this briefing that was coming from Washington with this official giving a briefing in Washington after the Minnesota lawmakers was arrested for the pow-powing. You guys know yesterday there was day before yesterday, there was a pow-powing of 2 Minnesota lawmakers. Everyone is shook up over this situation right now. I want you guys to check this out because there's people talking about it. And this clip right here it's a freestyle clip. Got to be honest with you, but these are people that are actually involved. We have traumatizing situation that happened. So we got a little bit from Nancy Mace who wants to talk about what happened in Minnesota with the 2 people who lost their lives.
Understanding that all members of Congress are being invited to participate in a video briefing within the next hour or so on, preventing and avoiding this kind of violence.
Right. This is deeply disturbing as someone who's been on the receiving end of political violence. Donald Trump is no stranger to it either, but members of both parties deal with these kinds of threats on a daily basis sometimes. And it's very scary. And I think many of us, whether you're on a school board or on city council or in Congress, Republican, Democrat, Independent, it's going to make all of us rethink and re-strategize how we keep ourselves and our families safe. And the next thing I want to say is that I want to ask America to pray for Minnesota. I am praying for Representative Melissa Horton and her husband and their family, and State Senator John Hoffman and his wife and their family. Deeply troubling, traumatizing, just terrible for the country right now, as divided as we are. We don't condone any political violence of any kind at any time, anywhere.
Yeah, it's difficult to know.
So this is just too much. Now all of the politicians are now watching training videos of just in case certain things happen. I'm sure what to look out for. Big shout out to Lucifer Wolf 664 for the $2 super chat. You guys, thank you so much. Trump will give up. Trump will fall and lose is what the wolf says. That's right, you guys. We quote chats over here no matter if you pay or you don't. We understand that it's hard out out here for a pimp. So we don't ask for no bread because we got a little bit of coffee in the kitchen. But we do like to get those likes up to let much more people know what we got going on over here at Our Bottom Line. This is our show. We pull videos from 6 o'clock in the morning. You guys are my co-hosts. You always stay thorough in the comments to make sure that everything stays on point. And what we do here is keep it moving, to have a phenomenal community, to keep clips being played from your state, your country, wherever you're from, and where I am at too. Let's keep on moving, you guys. We got to get on over to Detroit because it's legendary, says the mom of a boy who ran, that's right, y'all see him on the cover there, with Kendrick Lamar. Thanks again, Wolf. Check this out, you guys. This little kid don't even know who he was running with as he was running down Detroit Strip. I'm sorry, what do they call it? The coastline. All of a sudden, the famous rapper pops out of nowhere. And guess what? I'm going to let the story tell it, and you guys will see it from here. Check this out.
Run-in, lighting up social media. A little boy going for a jog with none other than performer Kendrick Lamar right along the Detroit riverfront.
And get this, the adorable boy and his mom had no idea they were interacting with the Grammy-winning rap icon until later. 7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Alcenaida laced up her sneakers to chase down this heartwarming story.
Lanasia Brinson was right here on Detroit's riverfront Wednesday, enjoying the beautiful weather with her 3-year-old son when he started to make a new friend. So she got her phone out to film the sweet interaction, not realizing just who that man was. There's that famous Kendrick Lamar lyric sang by maybe his littlest fan, 3-year-old Ryan Maxwell. Do you know any Kendrick Lamar lyrics?
Yeah.
Like what?
Okay, go bye-bye.
That's my favorite.
Whoa!
There's few things Ryan loves more than Kendrick Lamar, but up there is definitely dancing.
Oh.
And lots of running.
And he's always just like this.
Yes. He don't run out of energy.
Getting out some of that energy is exactly what brought out Lanasia and her son to the Detroit Riverwalk Wednesday morning. Just the night before, Kendrick entertained a crowd of tens of thousands at Ford Field. The next morning, he decided to enjoy the city and go for a run. And Ryan was going with him.
You can't run with them. Come back.
So you had no idea it was actually
You're
Kendrick
like, why
Lamar.
I can't?
Me and my
I'm
friend
out.
didn't know it was him. I was so focused on him because he was running so fast with them. And I'm like, be careful, come back.
For over 10 minutes, Kendrick Lamar was playing and running with little Ryan, in who Lanasia thought was just a kind man. She then got out her cell phone so she could laugh about the interaction with her family later. Ryan just loving the fact that he found a new racing buddy.
Where was he?
Go over at my hair.
I finally realized it was him when we got in the car, turned the song on. I let him look at the video, and he was like, "Ma, that's that man."
So now that the family knows that nice man was actually Kendrick Lamar, they are blasting his music, running to it, and dancing, hoping he comes back for another run in Detroit soon.
It's legendary for my baby. I'll be able to say that video and show that to him once he get older and understand.
On the riverfront, I'm Ruta Alcenaida, 7 News Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit, who always supports the show so much. So, you know, when I saw that, I said, yo, you know what? I got to give it up for D-Town. Got to give it up for Detroit. Bugatti, you are much appreciated. The same way you guys are too, David. You already know that. Y'all, show yourself some love. Show yourself some love. Thank you so much. Because we got to go to this ex-Caltrain employee. You ain't going to believe this. They both were sentenced to Yale. I'm not talking about Yale, the college. I'm talking about 2 employees that decided to make their jobs their homes. I guess they figured since not that many people come over here and check on me, they never send a supervisor over here to check on me. It's a nice place to live. So they used company money, company contractors, hid the sales because they kept it under a certain amount of money. And guess what? They moved in to their jobs. And guess what? They got caught and they didn't go to college. They went to Yale. That's right. For using company funds, let's go. Imagine getting locked up at your job and at work at the same time. Woo! So you got locked up at your job and where you live at. So that means you ain't got nowhere to live and you got arrested. Let's go on over to these ex-Caltrain employees sentenced to jail time for building secret apartments inside the train station. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
2 former Caltrain employees have been sentenced to jail time after building and living in secret apartments inside Caltrain stations on the peninsula. ABC 7 News reporter Tim Johns looks at how these men were able to pull it off.
Two former Caltrain employees were sentenced to a collective 6 months in jail this week. Both men were charged back in 2024 with the felony theft of public funds after they embezzled money to build secret apartments, one in the Caltrain station in Burlingame and the other in the nearby Millbrae station.
This is why I say to people, never say you've seen it all, because something like this new will come up.
San Mateo County District Attorney Steve Wagstaff tells us the men lived inside the apartments for several years. In total, they spent over $40,000 building them and even had things like office spaces and living rooms inside.
When it's public money that is being stolen by a public employee, that's egregious. That takes it up a level.
Both men followed similar schemes in order to create the apartments. How it worked was they hired contractors to remodel former office space, but kept each invoice under $3,000 so that they could be approved. Caltrain was unavailable for an interview, but sent ABC 7 News a statement, which reads in part, "The misuse of public funds for private use is a violation of the law, Caltrain policy, and the public's trust. In cases where there is evidence of unlawful conduct by an employee or a contractor, we immediately act to rectify the situation." Outside the Burlingame Caltrain station Friday afternoon, many passengers were shocked to learn what had been going on.
Now I'm looking the building. I want to know what kind of furniture he has upstairs.
Bill Cromer tells us he takes the train about once a week. He said he never had any indication someone was actually living there.
And I'm surprised that nobody else noticed as well, so he obviously kept well under the radar for everyone.
Caltrain was told to keep the apartments as they are while the cases were making their way through court. And even though they were relatively simple, they'll likely leave an impression on many here for quite some time.
Maybe once in a while in life, people can do these crazy things. I think he's local.
In San Mateo County, Tim Johns, ABC 7 News.
This is the definition of I don't never do shit at work. I don't never do shit at work. I got an apartment at work. I don't never do shit at work. Do-do-do. I don't never do shit at work. I don't ever do shit at work. Literally made an apartment. You getting paid. You stay in there using electrical. Oh my God, y'all had it good, man. I see why they gave them the watch your head. And now y'all taking that embarrassing ride. You got fired. How you get fired on your day off, Craig? Stealing boxes, Craig? Come on, Craig. What y'all got for me in the comments? They got fed up with the commute, right? Likewise, Naya, we got that military parade was beyond sad. I think he's loco, ha, 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 ha. Wow, nice condos. Can't believe that nobody noticed anything, says Mark Dorfman. We got John that says, first off, the parade you're referring to was for the United States America military. Get the facts straight. Okay, we're using that as the staple right there. Where's the bathroom? It was there. There was a bathroom. Y'all saw that. Man, no one truly cares about them doing that. People are acting for the cameras, bigger fish to fry. How to get fired for your on your day off? Only 6 months too. He was the loco. Carlton Banks. Ah, boy, I was 20 in the 70s. Now I'm 70 in the 20s. Okay, y'all. We're gonna keep on moving forward, y'all. That was a good story. Do your boy a favor. Come on now. You know you wasn't gonna see that nowhere else. Double tap that screen and get those likes up to let these people know that we are. That's right, the #1 show in the 6 o'clock hour. Don't believe me? Get away and start swiping. I bet you come back. Now we're going to keep on moving forward because we got this former deputy who was fired for storming a family's home. He's now been hired by the Lorain County Sheriff's Department to be a correctional officer, and he's making over $70,000. Check this out, you guys. It seems like once you're in the brotherhood in a certain place, they take care of their own. So we got a situation over here with this guy. He got fired from his job for doing something crazy like this, and got another one making even more money. Check it out, you guys. Let's go.
Update now on a case involving a former deputy who stormed into a family's home without a warrant.
Even though he was fired because of this incident, 19 Investigates has learned he's now working for another local law enforcement agency. But first, we must warn you that some of the images in this report may be disturbing.
19 investigator Mike Mason broke the story. He has the breaking details.
A concerned viewer who watched our reports sent us this tip about that former deputy. They say he's being paid more than new officers even though he's had some major problems in the past. On June 17th, at around 3 a.m., a resident of this new London trailer park called police, claiming his neighbor James Perez was threatening to fight him. Now former Huron County Deputy Noah Perry and former New London police officer Brett Harrington took the call. Body cam footage shows Perry banging on the door. That's when Perez's partner Jessica tells the officers to leave them alone.
I need to talk to James, not you.
Oh, well, this is my house. Sorry, I can't help you.
But when she tried closing the door, video shows Perry wedging his foot in a threshold and forcing his way in, all without a warrant. Then suddenly, everything turns upside down.
You're entering my house without permission. Wow. You're entering my house.
James.
Yes, your phone, Scott. Start recording. Get out of my house. Stop this.
Uh-oh, that dog trying to bite him.
Even though Perry lost his badge, 19 Investigates has learned he's now working for the Lorain County Sheriff's Office. He was hired last December, about a month after being released from probation. He works as a corrections officer at the jail, which doesn't require him to hold a law enforcement commission. We're told his salary is just over $70,000 a year. Sheriff Jack Hall tells 19 Investigates that Perry was hired by former Sheriff Phil Stamiti and given a lateral transfer, which increased his salary. Hall also says Perry will never work as a uniformed patrol officer as long as he remains in office.
Had that dude doing the Harlem Shake. Y'all saw that when he hit him with that taser? Had your boy like boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. Get this money, shake this money. Ain't no way we could boom, boom. Y'all see how he went down? Y'all saw that? Oh my, woo! Yeah, that's probably why he lost his job. Don't let him get no more work, especially not holding no taser. He better have some keys or something like that. That's why they got him working inside the correctional office now. Check this out, y'all. We got to go over to China because we found out a lot that's going on behind these people that are funding. I didn't find out jack. They're reporting that they found out that these billionaires who's being targeted for funding the campuses and the anti-ICE protest sources from the CCP are saying this. Now, they get this information from this, whatever the investigation that they were doing, and they're saying that this man that's in the CCP now using his billions of dollars to influence all sorts of things that's going on in our country right now. So yes, they've been searching and they found out where the money's coming from. Check this out, you guys. You know how they always say, you chase the money and you find out where things are happening? Okay, so now they found this, they chased this money and they found this. Check this out.
In California, have the Trump administration and Republican lawmakers seeking an investigation into where protest organizers are getting their funding. And not just the ongoing anti-ICE protests, but also the pro-Palestine demonstrations that took place on college campuses over the past few years. Correspondent Rich McHugh is live to try and connect the dots here. So Rich, what have you learned?
Hi, Nicole. Well, first of all, this is really complicated. The big question for everybody as these protests have unfolded in Los Angeles and across the country was who's funding them and who's behind all this. Now we know that the head of the FBI and the IRS have somebody in their crosshairs. So we took a look at this person. This is an American businessman, a former billionaire living in Shanghai at the moment. And according to the House Oversight Committee, they tell News Nation, he will be called to testify about his ties to the CCP, his funding of nonprofits, anti-Israel groups, protests on college campuses, and at least one of the groups connected to these Los Angeles protests. His name is Neville Roy Singham. He's an American who sold his company in 2017 for close to $1 billion. So let me try and connect the dots further. Reports show that he funded groups like the People's Forum, that's based in New York City, to the tune of millions. The People's Forum has deep personnel overlap with the Party of Socialism and Liberation, known as the PSL. It's a communist political party that has organized large-scale anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles. Now, Alex Goldenberg with the Network Contagion Research Institute has been unpacking Singham's influence and funding for 2 years. Here he is.
He has a footprint in India, South Africa, London, and is quite active in the United States, funding a network of nonprofit organizations to the tune of tens of millions of dollars. And he's not just funding activism. What we find is he's funding and exporting an authoritarian aligned ideology under the banner of like American nonprofit legitimacy.
I needed you guys to see that part so you could see where it all was coming together at. So it's like he has his own agenda and why he is putting up his money to fund something like this. What y'all got for me in the comments? I bet his daddy helped him. What else you got? You got Orange Zest says not surprised. Mad Hatter, he made him do the Harlem Shake. That's right, y'all. Kendra Walker's at John. Kendra Walker says at Tyler 100%. Jonathan Shaky says he has a footprint in India. Y'all heard that, right? Jonathan says India. Okay, Chinese propaganda. Okay, he's evil. AP Powerful says Ludacris locked into the news report right now. Okay, thank you. Okay, special forces can take care of that. Okay, we got President Trump coming up, who's going to be speaking on the greatness and greatness, as well as the tradition of the U.S. Army and at the anniversary. And he speaks on why it's important for us to celebrate our soldiers. Do you guys think it's important for us to celebrate our soldiers? I say this because we have a lot of people that are speaking on how much it costs to do this, to have this anniversary, how much it's making people have to spend, and how much the money could be used for something else. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think it was a good idea to have this 250th anniversary for the armed forces? Personally, I'll tell you guys, I think it was good. I think we should show and give respect and love, even though we have July the 4th. I think we still should do this for our armed soldiers, veterans, and everybody who has basically protected us with their lives. So we're going to go on over to this clip, and we're going to keep it moving, you guys. Let's go. President Trump's going to speak on our Army. Let's go.
Pleasure to introduce the 45th and 47th Commander. Thank you to Vice President Vance. Thank you to our wonderful First Lady. And above all, thank you to the greatest, fiercest, and bravest fighting force ever to stride the face of this earth, the United States Army. Thank you very much.
My father was a part of. My dad, that's right. I told you it's going to be a lot of Army stuff today.
Because the Army keeps us free, you make us strong, and tonight you have made all Americans very proud. They're watching from all over the world, actually. Made them all very proud. Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. That's what we're doing tonight. And watching this magnificent display, our souls are filled with gratitude for every generation of warriors who have worn the uniform all the way back to the very beginning. So to every veteran across our land and right here in our nation's capital, including 6 recipients of the Congressional Medal of Honor, we love you, we honor you, and we salute your noble service to our flag and to our country. As we celebrate tonight, we also think of the hundreds of thousands of Army soldiers
We spoke
who have
about that,
made
Chris.
the
Stop
supreme
it.
sacrifice for our nation and selflessly laid down their lives in every war, from the Revolution to the War on Terror. To the Gold Star families with us today, the courage of your heroes is the bedrock on which our entire nation stands. We thank you. Yes, we thank you. Today we commemorate an event that did not just change American history, but changed the history of the entire world. With the creation of America's Army on June 14th, 1775, liberty got its shield and the freedom got its sword. Those first Army patriots in the American Revolution fought against a fearsome enemy and impossible odds, but they were armed with a righteous cause. They were led by an indomitable commander, a truly great man, General George Washington, and they were united by an eternal creed. Their motto is victory or death. Over the past 2.5 centuries, our warriors have shown unrivaled valor on fields of battle around the globe. With the frostbitten feet and bloody fist, they have marched into the flames and fury of combat, charged up mountains, stormed beaches, waded through torrents of gunfire, and leapt into skies thick with smoke and shrapnel. The U.S. Army has driven bayonets into the heart of sinister empires, crushed the ambitions of evil tyrants. Beneath the threads of American tanks, it's done so well, it's done so much, and sent the devil himself flying into full retreat. Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
All right, y'all. Now we're going to go to a little bit of bragging. We're going to show some stuff about a little bit of drones, a little bit of move around. Check this out as the Army continues to celebrate. I told you already, a lot of celebration.
The Army keeps us free. You make us strong. And tonight, you have made all Americans very proud. They're watching from all over the world, actually. Made them all very proud. Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. That's what we're doing tonight.
Oh, it's so true. We're celebrating our own. Welcome back. We just witnessed an incredible show highlighting the birthday of the U.S. Army and patriotism of our soldiers. I want to turn now to drone expert and Fox News contributor, Brett Velikovich. Brett, thanks so much for joining the program. As someone who has served our country in the intel community as well, I just got to get your reaction. I know this is an Army Day, but this is also a country day, America First Day.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And happy birthday to the Army. Happy birthday to our president. And thank you to those U.S. military members out there who have served and continue to serve us throughout the world. And what a extraordinary display today of military power, strength, and honoring our service members. You know, the president talked about the fiercest fighting force of this U.S. Army. The U.S. Army truly is that, and even more than a fighting force. It's a symbol of resilience, innovation, our country's morals, selfless service. You know, whether they're marching throughout history into battle or developing new advanced technology of bot dogs. I mean, this is all going to play a big role in protecting our troops in future conflicts. I mean, if you look at, for instance, the Ukraine-Russian war, 70% of all attacks right now are from drone technology. So showing some of that tech is important. I mean, we've got, you know, new first generation, next generation fighter jets that apparently are even going to have drone wingmen a part of our Air Force. So we're going to see a lot more of that in the future. And when you think about some of the technology and military capability that was displayed today, a lot of it is about projecting strength to our adversaries. This is meant to be a deterrent to potential adversaries and reassure allies that we've got this commitment to our own defense. And so all these displays are really about demonstrating our capabilities, our preparedness, and to show others in the world that they shouldn't mess with the United States of America.
Don't mess with us. Don't mess with us. I know everybody got their opinion, but when it comes down to the Army, man, listen, my pops was not playing about no Army. My pops was militant, but why y'all think I could get up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning, press that button, and make sure I get this show going? Why? Because I was trained by somebody who was trained by that. My dad would not ever tell you the answer. Be like, Dad, what's 1 + 1? He'd be like, take a walk with me. He'd take you all the way around the block, all the way around the block, all the way around the block. By the time you get back to the front of the building, you understand what 1 + 1 is. My dad would never tell you the answer. He'd always make you work through it so that you'll be part of the solution. And that's how I move myself, y'all. We're going to keep on moving because we have a fantastic story coming up. That's right, Pittsburgh. That's right. The story of the 3 little bears, except there were 2 bears that was missing. That's right. In Pittsburgh, come to the front of the stage, please. Anybody from Pittsburgh? Because we have a story about a black bear, a cub, who basically breaks into a Pittsburgh area nursing home and gets into the resident's bed. That's right. You know how Little Red Riding Hood went inside and and ate the porridge, and she fell asleep, and the bears were around her like, oh, somebody's still sleeping in my bed. Yes, a reversal of Little Red Riding Hood. That's right, you guys. We got this black bear that basically broke through a window at a Pittsburgh nursing home, got in the bed, and he gets enticed to leave with Rice Krispie treats. Let's go, y'all. Let's get this going, y'all, right here. And he's so adorable. I gotta say this. I love animals. This bear right here, he looks like a puppy. He's a cub, of course, but he looks like a puppy. Check this out, y'all. Check this out.
Channel 11 exclusive at 6, a bear break-in. This is the bear that smashed through the window at a local nursing home and crawled into the beds of 2 residents. The nurse on duty came face to face with this cub.
I got up and I seen it was a bear coming down the hall towards me.
Channel 11's Andrew Havranek is in Indiana tonight with the sweet treat she used to get the bear out of the building.
This bear trap here is behind the St. Andrews Village here in Indiana County. The bear that is now in this trap was actually in the skilled nursing center on Tuesday. Employees were able to get it out, and this morning, that bear was caught. Take a look at this video. A black bear cub sat in a trap in Indiana County Thursday afternoon after it broke through a window at St. Andrews Village skilled nursing home just after 11 o'clock Tuesday night. Charlene Elliott was one of the lead certified nursing assistants working.
I was sitting there at our nurse's station and I heard a big crash. So I thought it was one of the aides that fell. And I got up and I seen it was a bear coming down the hall towards me.
These pictures show where the black bear got in. You can see claw marks on a windowsill, and in this picture, shattered glass.
Going through my mind was get the thing out of here.
The bear was inside for about 15 minutes running through the halls.
And I told them all to shut the doors, get the doors all shut.
The bear even went into some residential rooms, even getting into a bed with 2 people and coming nose to nose with 1 man.
Please do not move, touch him, because he would have mauled him. I mean, he could have just one swipe.
She said one resident wanted to feed it.
She's like, well, go ahead and give it my sandwich. And I'm like, no, we can't do that.
But they did use Rice Krispie treats to lure the bear out of the building. Elliott said they also used a walker to push the bear toward the door. Here's a photo of it running away from the building. The Game Commission set up a trap using donuts and pastries and caught the bear this morning. In a statement, Presbyterian Senior Living, which owns St. Andrews Village, said in part, quote, "We're incredibly proud of our team's quick thinking and dedication to ensuring the safety of everyone in our community. To prevent future wildlife encounters, the game wardens safely relocated the bear to a more suitable habitat today, and all bird feeders on our campus were removed."
Yeah, we're going to try to find it, get it away from that area to a more suitable place for the bear.
Reporting in Indiana, PA, Andrew Havranek, Channel 11 News.
That's right, y'all. We look out for the bears. It's the bare necessities that they need. What is that bear? It's a bear in my bed, and he's still there. Imagine y'all come home and there's a bear in your bed. Y'all ain't gonna be looking for no porridge. Y'all gonna be like this. Y'all gonna be out of there, running through the halls of that residential place like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and them. Yeah, y'all know how it go down when they trying to chase one of those bad guys. Crazy story, phenomenal. Do your boy a favor. Y'all know y'all not gonna see no video about no bear getting in the bed with nobody. Stop it. If you think you're gonna make a profit, do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. Also, share and like, subscribe to the channel, and do yourself a favor, become a member. We're trying to get up to 100 million subscribers. We want everybody to know about our bottom line. We do this every single morning. I start pooling. We do it until we're done with the last clip. I don't know how many clips we go to. Sometimes I'll say, hold on a minute. Y'all thought it was over? Boom, another one. Y'all know how we do over here. Our bottom line is strictly entertainment. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So go ahead. Y'all want to try to make some money, 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 money. why don't y'all go ahead and hit that link in that description and fill out one of those surveys. We got up to about $750 worth of surveys. Y'all guys will make some money filling out a survey, and I'll make some money too. So why not? Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications. And if you got a barber shop that's mobile, maybe you got a dealership, maybe you groom dogs, you might be a mobile barber. I don't know what you do. Send your flyer over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I'll put it up in the post notification area, guys. Just got to make sure it's 1080 by 1080, because if I got to do the artwork, y'all gonna have to break me off something. Make sure that the artwork is 1080 by 1080. That's the size of the post area, because I had to make one yesterday and I tried to put some regular art. They were like, no, got to be 1080 by 1080. Try to make sure it's 1080 by 1080. I can put that up in there, and all of our followers and subscribers will be able to see your promo. And we ain't even charging for that. That's why it's good to be a part of the community. Just make sure that you're subscribed and you remember. Your boy always tries to look out, because we know it's hard out here for a pimp. Also, check this out. On the 27th of this month, that's right, your boy Bugatti NYC is going to be doing a tasting and talent show at 22. Let's get into it, y'all. It's up and let's do it. It's my screensaver now. That's where we're at. Medusa USA LLC presents the talent show, where your talent is the main thing that's going on over here. So check this out, you guys. I know y'all can't see that. That's how on point your boy is. So what I'm gonna do is this, and this is why I have a problem in the daytime, because I gotta read backwards. And this is so you guys can see it right here. All the people that tell me to flip the screen, I've already done that. I'm proving it now. Watch. So after you do that, you can't flip it but more than one time, because it's already flipped. So when their videos come on and you guys are telling me to flip their videos, it's impossible, because it's already flipped, and I can't flip their videos because they're in control of that. What we got here is Medusa USA presents the talent show, where your talent shines. Show your talent, the talent tasting and sign up. It's going to be Friday, June the 27th from 5 to 8 p.m. That's right, Friday the 27th of this month at 22 West Circle Drive in Green Acres Mall, Valley Stream, New York 11581. I'm going to be there doing the tasting for Big Drip Hard Punch. I want you guys to come out and show your love, show your support. That's right, I'm going to be there myself. You guys will be able to hang out with your boy Bugatti NYC. Show me your talent. Let me know what you got going on. Sign up to be a part of the event, and we're going to hang out, because I'm going to be the host. That's right, I'm the host right there. And as I told you guys, it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. You guys interested? www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go ahead and join the mail area. Put your name, your age, and you're already signed up to be a part of the talent show. You want to come on out to the tasting? I'll be there on Friday the 27th. We're going to be promoting this every single day. And with that being said, it's your boy Bugatti NYC. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Y'all ready? Get 'em! One. Peace. Ha ha.